So friends, in this video, we'll be discussing the discovery of electrons. So without wasting any time, let's begin. And if you haven't subscribed our channel, do subscribe and also like our video. We will be learning about the discovery of electrons by the cathode ray tube experiment. Before going into the detailed procedure of the experiment, we must know some of the basic concepts of the discovery. So the discovery of electron came as a result of the study of conduction of electricity through gases. A scientist named William Crookes in 1879 studied the conduction of electricity through gases at low pressure and high voltage and discovered cathode rays. Then another scientist named J.J. Thomson discovered that these cathode rays consist of negatively charged particles called electrons. Next, let us go to the detailed procedure about the production of the cathode rays. So this is the experimental setup for the study of production of cathode rays. For this purpose, J.J. Thomson took a discharge tube, which is a long glass tube about 60 cm long, sealed at both the ends and fitted with two metal electrodes. It has a side tube fitted with a stopcock, which can be connected to a vacuum pump to reduce the pressure of the gas inside to any desired values. So these tubes are also called as Crookes tubes or cathode ray tubes. So here the electrode connected to the negative terminal of the battery is the cathode. The electrode connected to the positive terminal of the battery is the anode. There is a vacuum pump to regulate the pressure inside the discharge tube, and we have the source of energy. Here, the anode is positively charged and the cathode is negatively charged. So we can see that rays are emerging out from the cathode and are moving towards the anode. So this experiment was further studied by the use of the same apparatus with some modification. Here we take an perforated anode, and the wall behind the anode is coated with fluorescent or phosphorescent material like zinc sulfide. Now, when rays emerging out from the cathode pass through the perforated anode and strikes the glass wall behind the anode coated with fluorescent or phosphorescent, a glow is observed on the glass wall behind the anode, which is coated with a fluorescent or phosphorescent material like zinc sulfide. So this shows that some rays are emitted from the cathode, which passes through the anode and strikes the glass wall. These rays are called as cathode rays. They are so called because these rays emerges from the cathode and hence they are known as the cathode rays. But these evidences are not sufficient for the discovery of electron. Next, we consider another experimental setup in which there are two plates behind the anode. One is positive and the other is negative. So when rays emerging out from the cathode passes through the perforated anode and goes towards the plates, the rays bend towards the positive plate. Similarly, another ray passing through the anode also bends towards the positive plate. So this shows that the particles or the rays that are emerging out have some attraction towards the positive plate. The experiment and the results observed, we can summarize the properties of the cathode rays as follows. Number 1, the cathode rays originates from the cathode and move towards the anode. Number 2, they produces green fluorescence on the glass wall of the discharge tube coated with fluorescent or phosphorescent material like zinc sulfide. Then, in the absence of electrical or magnetic field, these lines travel in a straight lines. Number 4, the characteristic of the cathode rays do not depend upon the material of the electrodes and the nature of the gas present in the cathode ray tube. And at last, in the presence of the electrical or magnetic field, the behavior of the cathode rays are similar to that expected from the negatively charged particle. So from all these properties and experimental observations, J.J. Thomson discovered that the cathode rays consist of negatively charged particles which are called as electrons.